Hi everyone. So I've just watched with great interest Oprah's recent show that she did on weight, obesity and Ozempic. And I just felt like I needed to do this video. I don't know if anybody's watched it yet, but if you have, it's certainly worth watching. Big fan of Oprah and all that she brings attention to. However, just really feeling a bit disappointed in this program. So, of course, I agree with the unshaming of weight and the stigma around obesity. But I felt like we skipped from a step of people receiving the wrong advice and poor support, which we've done for years in counting calories and telling people they just need to eat less and move more. And it's failed over and over again. And we all know that doesn't work, right? But it's still the main thing prescribed by the medical community and everybody else, that you just eat too much and you don't move enough. So that's why you're overweight. And we know that that's wrong and that there's so much more to it. So I completely agree with that. And it's a great point to make. But we seem to have skipped from poor advice to medication. And there is an enormous step in between that I feel has been missed. I guess I was also disappointed to see that with Weight Watchers having representation on that discussion panel. I understand that because Oprah owns part of Weight Watchers. And I also understand that Weight Watchers have purchased a telehealth company that prescribe drugs such as Ozempic. So it makes sense that that was part of the panel. But I feel like it was almost an excuse to excuse Weight Watchers and to justify the fact that these drugs exist now, which may override a lot of the advice that Weight Watchers have given in the past. My issue is that, there was not a single mention of insulin resistance, how that may actually impact our weight set point, how it impacts our biology and our behaviour and our appetite and hunger, how it has an enormous impact on the way that our body is unable to utilise stored fat as it was meant to. And, there was one person in the audience who said she just came out big. So she was 9.5 pounds at birth. And so we know that being large for gestational age is a risk factor for diabetes, heart disease and everything else, because the mother was likely insulin resistant, therefore the baby is born insulin resistant, and so on and so on. It's not just genetics. It's not just the disease. I believe that there is something in between. I see it happen every day on our program, where people who are severely insulin resistant all of a sudden start to experience their body in a whole new way, because we knock out the insulin resistance, and all of a sudden that food noise that we talked about, that food noise starts to dissipate. You start to be able to have some calm and control back in your choices around food and lifestyle choices. And that is what empowers people in our program and gives people the hope that they're actually able to change their behaviour around food, and that there's not something wrong with them, and that they can experience their body in a whole new way without the cravings and all the food noise. I looked at the telehealth company that Weight Watchers has purchased after I watched that show, and it's just 3 simple steps. 1, take the quiz. 2, book a consultation. 3, receive your medication in the mail. I'm sorry, it's just not the answer.